Hey there, welcome to the Movement Clinic. My name is Emily, and today we are doing a humble warrior flow. So grab a strap, get prepared to bind behind the back, which the strap will help us with. Get prepared for some powerful standing poses and to create a nice open chest, nice open shoulders, as well as lots and lots of strength. I'll see you on your mat. Set your strap at the top of your mat and stand at the top of your mat. Just a few moments of grounding. Gaze down at your feet. Place them at hip width distance. Press down into the feet so much you feel as though you could make footprints. Lift the low belly, maybe a soft bend in the knees. Soften the gaze or close the eyes entirely. Notice the posture from the tip of your head to the bottoms of your feet. Notice your breath. Notice where your shoulders are in space, how your chest feels, upper back. Low back, hips, legs. And as we move and breathe together today, I invite you to set an intention for your practice. And if it feels appropriate and you'd like to share an intention with me, I invite you to set the intention to notice limiting thoughts. And beyond noticing those limiting thoughts, maybe further still, realize that you are far more capable than your limiting thoughts will tell you. And slowly bring your palms to meet at heart center. Bow your head to your hands in honor of showing up for yourself, showing up to take care of this miraculous machine that is your body. And to build awareness around how you show up. Gently open your eyes. Exhale, release your hands by your sides. Open the eyes, lift the gaze up, reach the hands up. Inhale. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Getting right into it. Sink hips towards heels. Hips in line with knees. Absorb the low ribs, draw the belly in. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips and back through the hips. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift your gaze, lengthen the upper back, lengthen the neck. Exhale, bend your knees, step your left foot back, high lunge. Inhale, reach up. Let's hold here for a round of breath as we exhale. Press that back thigh back. Start to build a little heat and strength. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back, down dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose. Lower the knees if you need the support. Exhale, lower to your bellies in one piece. Zip up the low belly, stretch the low back towards the heels. Resist gravity to come down slowly with control. Reach the fingertips behind you for Shalabhasana or half Shalabhasana to start. Press the feet down. Inhale, lift the head, lift the heart, stretch back through your fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, release, plant your palms, tuck your toes, press up in one piece. Inhale, down dog, exhale. Gaze forward towards your left thumb. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step left foot to left thumb. High lunge, inhale. Press that back thigh back, lift the low belly, zip it up, absorb the low ribs, stretch up through your fingertips. Exhale, plant palms or fingertips, step forward, fold forward, top of the mat. Again, in reverse, inhale, chair pose, reach up, sit back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the gaze, lengthen the upper back and heart forward. Exhale, step right foot back. Inhale, high lunge. Continue to lift from the low belly, stretch the low back down, curl the sit bones under, reach up. Find the strength in that back leg by pressing the inner thigh up. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back to plank. Lower to your bellies. Inhale, half Shalabhasana. Only lift the upper body. Back stretches down, curl sit bones under, lift low belly, stretch your fingertips back, squeeze an imaginary block behind your low back, squeeze shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale, release, tuck toes. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back down dog. Gaze forward towards your right thumb. Inhale, right heel to sky. Exhale, step right foot to right thumb. Inhale, high lunge. Again, using low belly, using the curling of the sit bones and low back to lift you, reach up. Exhale, step forward, fold forward, top of the mat. Let's do this again, full Shalabhasana. Inhale, chair pose, reach up. Exhale, fold, left foot steps back. Inhale, high lunge, reach up. Exhale, plant your palms, make your way to your bellies. Use supportive knees or don't. This time, squeeze inner thighs together, big toes magnetize towards one another. Fingertips reach back towards heels. Inhale, lift head, lift heart, lift feet. Low back stays long, reaching towards the heels. Low belly stays lifted. Shoulder blades squeeze together. And release. Plant your palms, tuck your toes. Inhale, lift up in one piece. As you exhale, down dog. Gaze forward. Inhale, left heel to sky. Exhale, step left foot to left thumb. Inhale, high lunge, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, top of the mat. Same thing in reverse. Inhale, lift halfway. Inhale, chair pose. I lied. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway, stretch your upper back long. Bend your knees, right foot steps back. Exhale. Powerful legs, powerful feet. Inhale, reach up, high lunge. Exhale, plant your palms, step back. Lower to your bellies in one piece. Inhale, Shalabhasana. Lift chest, lift head, lift feet. Squeeze that imaginary ball behind you. Squeeze those shoulder blades together powerfully. Neck soft, sides of neck long. Exhale, release. Plant your palms, tuck your toes. Inhale, lift up in one piece. Exhale, down dog. Gaze forward to right thumb. Inhale, right heel to sky. Exhale, step right foot forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, plant palms or fingertips. Step forward, fold forward. Inhale, find your half lift. Long lengthen spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, stand up, reach up and look up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Good. Grab your strap. You may or may not end up needing it. But interlace your fingers behind your low back or grab your strap. I'm going to use my strap to start. Feet are hip width distance. Inhale, lengthen up through the fingertips, squeeze shoulder blades together, micro bend those elbows. Exhale, sit back, chair pose, bound chair. Inhale, find a little length again. Exhale, fold forward, keep the bind. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and allow the hands to fall overhead with gravity or move intentionally overhead with gravity. Inhale, lift the gaze, soften the knees, release the strap. Plant your fingertips. Stretch the heart forward. Inhale. Bend your knees generously, pick up left foot, step it back. Exhale. Plant your palms or fingertips. They can be inside of your front foot or framing the front foot, up to you. High lunge, press that back thigh up powerfully. Inhale, lengthen front to back. High lunge, powerful back leg. Exhale, press the front leg straightish. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, press it straight. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, press it straight. Good. Inhale to lunge, pause. You might walk your back foot up slightly to prepare to transition to warrior three. Sweep your arms behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades together, gaze forward, press down into the front foot, lean forward, start to drag the back foot up, press down and lift the back foot in line with the back hip. Standing leg can stay bent. Squeeze your outer hips in towards one another. Hug in. Take another inhale here. Gently step back, high lunge, arms reach forward. And release both hands inside of the front foot, lizard lunge. Lift the low belly. Get the entire right side of your torso inside of that right leg and walk your fingertips forward. Active lizard lunge. Only difference here is, I will say, stretch the crown of your head as though it could meet the mat inside of that front foot. And breathe. Draw the low ribs together into the back of the body. Draw the low belly up and in. Inhale, lift the gaze. And plant the back heel, warrior two. Stand on up. Reach front to back. Draw and hug that outer right hip underneath you. Wrap it underneath you. Press your back thigh back, still pressing down into the feet powerfully. Inhale, reach forward, forward, forward through those right fingertips. Softly land right forearm on right thigh. Left arm sweeps up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale, turn your palm to face behind you. Bend the elbow and find a half bind. So slowly opening up the chest and shoulders, squeeze that left shoulder blade onto your back, draw the arm bone back and into the shoulder socket, lift the heart to the sky, draw the low belly up and in. Inhale back through warrior two, press your front leg straight, flip your front palm, peaceful triangle, reach up and back, stretch out this right side body after all that compression. And cartwheel your arms, frame your front foot. Let's step straight back to down dog. Gaze forward towards your left thumb. Inhale, left heel to the sky. Exhale, step it forward. Both hands inside of or framing the front foot. High lunge. Inhale, stretch front to back. Exhale, press your front leg straight or straightish. Inhale to lunge. Exhale, press it straight. Inhale to lunge. Exhale, press it straight. Transition to warrior three. Maybe step that back foot forward. Maybe start developing the sense of reaching forward to send your weight forward to lift off into warrior three. Hug the outer hips in towards one another. Reach the fingertips back towards that lifted heel. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Strong lifted leg and foot. Take another inhale here. Slowly step back, delay as you sweep the arms forward. Lift the low belly. Keep leaning forward as you stretch back. Still lengthening front to back. Land your fingertips in front of that left foot. Lift the low belly. Get the entire right side of your torso inside of that front thigh. Stretch your fingertips in front of you. Inhale, lengthen front to back. Exhale, actively reach the crown of your head inside of that left foot. Inhale, lift your gaze, warrior two, plant your back heel, come on up. Find your warrior two. Wrap that outer left hip underneath you, press your back thigh back. Lengthen forward for side angle pose and release your left forearm on your thigh. Sweep the right arm up. Turn the right palm to face behind you. Internally rotate the arm from the shoulder and find your half bind. Squeeze the right shoulder blade onto your back. Lift the heart and the chest up to the sky. Inhale through warrior two. Press your front leg straight, flip the front palm, peaceful triangle, reach up and back. Cartwheel the arms, frame the front foot. Plant the palms, step back to plank. Exhale, lower to your bellies. Inhale, lift your hearts. Exhale, down dog. Gaze forward towards your right thumb. Inhale, right heel to sky. Exhale, step it forward. Now, option here is to keep your fingertips down or start to play with floating the hands. So reach forward in your high lunge. Exhale, reach back, press your front leg straight, floating this modified pyramid. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. Keep reaching back through your fingertips. Gaze forward, warrior three. Float forward, standing leg can stay bent, but hug in, hug outer hips in for stability. Lengthen front to back. Reach forward, float the foot back. And stretch out into this stretched out lizard. Soften the crown of the head inside of that front foot. Inhale, lift your gaze, plant your back foot, warrior two. On the exhale. Inhale, lengthen forward side angle pose. You can land the forearm or the fingertips inside of that front ankle. Sweep the top arm forward, straight up, and find your half bind. Inhale through warrior two, stand up. Flip your front palm, press your front leg straight. Peaceful triangle. Now from here, both hands to hips. Turn your right toes in for a wide-legged forward fold. If you would like to grab your strap for a bind, go ahead and do so. I'm going to go for it without my strap. So interlace fingers behind your back. Lengthen ears out of shoulders. Try to bring your palms to touch like you're holding an egg or a golf ball in the center of your palms. Squeeze shoulder blades gently together and draw them down the back. Open the chest. Press your knuckles down. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Hinge at the hips. Draw the belly in. Reach the crown of the head down and allow the palms and the arms to float up and overhead any amount. Release your fingertips underneath the shoulders on the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. We're walking to the back of our mat, so our left leg is forward, high lunge. Maybe float those hands forward again. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms back, press the front leg straight-ish. Squeeze shoulder blades together, squeeze palms together. Inhale, shift forward, warrior three. Find it on the exhale. Sweep arms forward. Inhale, slowly float back. Lizard. Plant fingertips. Exhale, crown of the head softens inside of that front left foot. Inhale, lift your gaze, plant your back heel. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen forward. Find your side angle with the bind. Releasing the hand behind the back and opening up the chest. Inhale, warrior two. Press your front leg straight, flip your front palm, peaceful triangle. Now, bring both hands to hips. Turn your toes diagonally out. For a little Skandasana practice as we build our flow into our humble warrior and massage and open up these hips a little bit more and create a little bit more power in our glutes as well. So you want your knees tracking over your toes as you bend. So start to bend your knees side to side and adjust where your toes are, right? It's not gonna be the same for everybody. We don't want our knees collapsing in, so really root down through all four corners of both feet and wrap your hips underneath you, just like we do in our warrior two. You can bring your palms to heart center for now. Bend your right knee, sink your left hip towards your left, or your right hip towards your right heel. Over to the other side. How we transition is squeezing the heels towards one another, shifting the gaze as needed as we move side to side. Go as low as you want or as is appropriate for you in your practice today as you keep moving side to side. If you start to get low enough that you want to lift up and flex the opposite foot, do that. Good. Now travel back to the top of your mat. We meet standing at the top of the mat, Tadasana. Feet are standing, hip width distance. Close your eyes, pause, and notice. Limiting thoughts. Are they present? Are they accurate? Are they even of this moment? Or are you applying past truths to future, or to current? Are you living in the future instead of softening into whatever is true of this moment, which for me is sweating profusely in my studio because it's warming up here in Baja. All right, gently float the eyes open. If you know you're going to use a strap, please keep it handy as we build onto our final flow. Press down into the feet. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the upper back. Bend both knees, left foot steps back. Float the hands if you are indeed floating the hands. Lift the low belly up and in, hug the low ribs up and in, stretch the hands forward. Inhale, lengthen front to back, hug in side to side. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Modified pyramid. Inhale, begin to shift forward, warrior three. Exhale to find it. Strong lifted leg. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. Gently bend that standing leg as you land the back foot. Maybe even floating in this lizard as you soften the crown of the head towards that inner foot. Inhale, lift the gaze, plant the back foot, warrior two on the exhale. Now here's where we change and find our humble warrior. Interlace the fingers behind the low back. Maybe switch up which pointer finger's on top. Inhale, lift the chest, press the knuckles down, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, lift the low belly. Sweep the entire right side of the torso inside of that right leg and reach the crown of the head inside of the inner arch of that front foot. Inhale, release the bind. Come on up through warrior two. Flip your front palm. Press the front leg straight, peaceful triangle. Now gaze towards that back foot. Turn it diagonally out for Skandasana. Sink left hip towards left heel. Bring palms through heart center. No matter how low you're going, it doesn't matter. Now we turn and do the same exact thing to the front of the mat. Pivoting on that back, on the ball of the back foot, squaring everything to the back of the mat. Inhale, reach forward if you're floating your high lunge or fingertips planted. Exhale, press your front leg straight, sweep arms back. Keep the arms back, gaze forward. Transition on the inhale, warrior three. On the exhale, find it. Inhale, soften the standing leg's knee, reach forward, step back. Exhale, soften into your lizard lunge. Inhale, plant your back heel, lift your gaze. Soften into your warrior two as you exhale. Inhale, release hands behind the low back. Press your chest to the sky as you press the knuckles down. Inhale. Exhale, humble warrior. Lift the low belly. Sweep the left side of the torso inside of the leg. Wrap that outer left hip underneath you. Inhale to release, warrior two. Flip your front palm. Press your front leg straight. Skandasana to the back of the mat. Turn the toes out, exhale, sink right hip to right heel. Let's do it again. Inhale, high lunge, front of the mat, reach your hands forward. Exhale, press the front leg straight, sweep the arms back. Inhale, bend the front knee, transition warrior three. As you exhale, find it. Sweep the arms forward, inhale. Start to step back, transition to lizard. Exhale, soften forehead inside of front foot. Inhale, lift on out, plant the back heel. Warrior two on the exhale. Excuse me, inhale, release your fingertips behind the low back. Humble warrior, lift the chest to the sky. Exhale, soften inside of that right thigh. Stable feet, right hip wraps underneath you. Inhale to release. Press the front leg straight, reach up. Transition to Skandasana. Exhale, sink left hip towards left heel. Inhale, find your high lunge to the back. Exhale, press it straight, sweep arms back. Inhale. Warrior three. Exhale, step it back, sweep arms forward. Exhale, soften crown of head inside of that front foot. Inhale, warrior two, come on up. Find it on the exhale. Release your hands behind the low back. Inhale, lift your chest. Squeeze your palms together. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale to rise. Press your front leg straight. Peaceful triangle. Exhale, Skandasana to the right. Inhale, high lunge to the front of the mat. How about one last round? Just cause. We work so hard to build it. Exhale, press your front leg straight, arms sweep back. Inhale, bend the front knee, transition warrior 3. Find it on the exhale. Inhale, start to step it back as you reach forward. Exhale, softly land that lizard lunge. Inhale, transition warrior 2. Find it on the exhale. Release your hands behind the low back. Inhale, interlace the fingers, shoulder blades hug in, heart lifts. Exhale, humble warrior. Notice any thoughts arising. Inhale, stand on up. Press your front leg straight, peaceful triangle transition. Skandasana on the exhale, to the left. Inhale, high lunge to the back, left foot forward. Exhale, sweep the arms back, press the front leg straightish. Arms stay back, inhale, bend that standing leg. Transition warrior 3 on the exhale, find it. Inhale, bend the standing leg, reach the arms forward. Land for lizard lunge, exhale, soften inside that left thigh. Inhale, lift your gaze, plant your back heel, warrior 2 on the transition. Find it on the exhale. Release your palms behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Peaceful triangle. Now turn all 10 toes to face the left side of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. You can land your palms or fingertips wherever it is comfortable. Squeeze the kneecaps. Shift your weight to the balls of your feet, but don't lift the heels. Lift the belly away from your thighs, but try to get your ribs to compress onto your thighs. You might just grab opposite elbows or reach your hands and behind your feet and allow the backs of your hands to rest so shoulders can just soften and round, shoulder blades can relax. And slowly plant your palms or fingertips underneath your shoulders. Inhale, find a nice half lift. Lengthen out of those hips. Walk to the right, back to the top of the mat. Turn all 10 toes to the top of the mat. Step forward, fold forward. Maybe toe heel your feet nice and wide. And ragdoll, grab opposite elbows and gently rock side to side. Release your fingertips to the mat. Lift your gaze, stretch your heart forward, inhale. Exhale, sink hips to heels. Through Malasana squat, we find our way to a seat. Oh, and you might grab your strap, it's right here. Or not. Set yourself up for Janu Shirshasana. Left leg stretches out in front of you. Sole of the right foot lands inside of that left inseam. You might take your strap, if you have one, loop it around the ball of the left foot. Rock side to side so you can sit on top of those sit bones or maybe even forward of them so the low back is lengthening back and low belly is drawing in. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, draw the low belly back and in as you fold forward. Again, lifting the low belly away from your thigh, but lengthening the ribs forward towards the foot and compressing the ribs on the thigh. Make sure your shoulders are level in space. That right shoulder usually likes to kind of pop up. Press it down. With each inhale, lift and flare the back of the body. Fill up the backs of the lungs. With each exhale, draw the low belly in and the front of the body in and stretch the front and back of your heart towards that front foot. Release whatever you're holding on to. Move the strap off to the side if you have it. Plant your palms or fingertips outside of that front leg and walk the hands back to sit up. Now, pigeon pose or pigeon prep. Shift over to the right hip, pick up the left foot and sweep it behind you. Now, right shin doesn't need to be parallel to the front edge of the mat, but let's get ourselves situated before we just flop down. So, wrap your outer left hip forward and down, draw your right hip back. Stretch the low back behind you. You can keep the back toes tucked under or plant the top of the back foot, but reach back through the back big toe until it disappears behind the inner heel. So gaze back at that foot. Usually the toes like to sickle in, reach back. Lift the low belly. And just like we did in our lizard pose, walk forward, forward, forward. Soften the heart forward as though that would be the first thing to hit instead of your forehead or anything else. Now, option is to stay resting here or notice that front shin where it's meeting the mat. As you inhale, press down into the right shin so much you feel your hips lift. Exhale, soften. Inhale, press into the shin, lift up. Exhale, soften. Last time, inhale, press into the right shin, lift up and out. Exhale, soften. With your next inhale, walk your hands back. Shift over to the right hip, sweep that left foot out in front of you. Lengthen your right leg and switch Janu Shirshasana on the other side. Sole of the left foot inside of that right leg. Grab the strap if you're using it or don't. But rock side to side, sit forward of those sit bones or right on top of those sit bones. Stretch the low back behind you. Inhale, reach up or hold the strap and find length. Exhale, draw your low right belly back to fold over the leg any amount. Lift the belly, reach the ribs forward and down onto the thigh. Inhale, fill up the back of the body. Almost like you're puffing up like a cobra. Exhale, draw your belly in and lengthen the front and back of your heart forward, crown of the head forward towards that right foot. Soft neck, long sides of the neck. Now, release whatever you're holding, move the strap off to the side if you've got it, plant your fingertips outside of that right leg, walk it on back, shift over to the left, pick up that right leg and sweep it behind you. Pigeon pose, other side. So, outer right hip wraps forward, left hip starts to wrap back. Maybe the left knee moving outside of the left hip, someday in that direction, maybe never, depends on your hip joints. Stretch your low back behind you, lift that low belly. Back toes can stay tucked under or plant the back foot, the top of the back foot, reach back through the back big toe until it disappears behind the inner heel. Inhale, find length first as you walk your hands forward. Exhale, soften your heart forward first and send your sit bones and your low back back. Whenever you find Where you're settling into, notice that front shin. Let's do a little active and passive motion here to see if we can't build a little bit more pliability in those tissues around the hip. So inhale, press into that front shin so much you feel it all lift and a little engagement in that outer hip or your butt maybe. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press in, lift off. Exhale, release. Inhale, press in, lift off. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift your forehead, walk your hands back, shift over to the left hip, sweep that right leg in front of you, lengthen the left leg as well. Maybe wiggle out the knees, make your way onto your backs. Guess what? We made it here. Gosh darn, this is the reward, isn't it? Shoulder blades underneath you and down your back to find a little bit of a twist before Shavasana. I'm gonna do mine nice and easy. Toe heel the feet as wide as your sticky mat. Of course, if you know of a supine twist that you'd prefer, frickin' take it, guys. This is your practice ultimately, and it's your body to determine what best to do with if you don't need guidance in that way in this moment. So here, start to windshield wiper the knees side to side. My knees are wide, my feet are planted wide, it's all staying apart. And maybe next time your knees are over to the right, pause. If you feel like you want to explore something a little more, you might pick up the right ankle, cross it over the top of the left thigh, just above the knee. And if you do that and determine that that feels horrible or not valuable for you, then undo it. And take a moment here and connect in with your thoughts over the course of this class. Were there limiting thoughts that arose? Were you indeed far more capable than they told you? And if the legs are crossed, slowly uncross the right ankle, plant the foot wide on the outer edge of the mat again. And exhale the knees up and over to the left. Pausing for a moment before going forward. So often we're quick to do the same thing on every side without really just allowing things to settle and seeing what is appropriate on this side. If you're ready, you might cross the left ankle over the top of the right thigh. Using your breath to create that sense of spaciousness. With every exhale, that sense of softening, maybe even a little deeper into yourself. And if the legs are crossed, slowly uncross the left ankle. Exhale, lift the knees back up to center. Hug your legs into your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And lengthen your legs long. Make your way to Shavasana. Bring your shoulder blades underneath you. Arms out to your sides, palms face up, or maybe you might want to place a hand on the heart and a hand on the belly, perhaps. Just find a position and a shape that you can be comfortable in this Shavasana. Soften your eyes away from your eyelids. Separate your back molars. Allow the tongue to settle in the lower palate. Soften your throat. Soften your heart. Soften the belly so much that the breath feels perhaps even easier. And I invite you to stay here for as long as you can, as long as it feels valuable, soaking up these moments of stillness, especially if that is a limiting thought. I honor you for being here. Thank you. I'll see you next time.